Very good afternoon to all of you. We are sincerely grateful to you for having kindly accepted our invitation and sparing your valuable time to be a part of today's very heartwarming felicitation ceremony of beloved Professor A.B. Pandit. We are having an amiable blend of audience today with us. We have been graced by the presence of Padma Bhushan Professor J.B. Joshi as the chief guest of the today's function. We have all the well-wishers of Pandit Sir, his friends, family, past and current students, and many more who could not present here today will be joining through a live YouTube stream. The idea of this felicitation function came from our alumni. A similar gathering on a grand scale was planned in 2017 on the occasion of Professor Pandit's 60th birthday ceremony. And to honor the occasion, we had launched the ABP Research Endowment Fund, which was conceived and created by the masters and PhD students of Pandit Sir. The endowment will provide complete financial support for the research internship to selected undergraduate students from Tier 2 and Tier 3 institutes from all over the India, who do not get an exposure to the research facilities in their curriculum. And I am very happy and pleased to share with you that around 15 lakh of fund was raised at that time, and the first batch of 5 summer interns will be joining ICT in this summer. This is just the beginning of the program, and we wish to expand it further in future so that many more students can benefit. We would need and continuous support of all the well-wishers of alumni and friends to achieve that. With the great honor of welcoming you all and taking the felicitation function further, I would like to give you a snapshot of activities for today's function. We will have a mixture of expressions coming from Professor Pandit's students, alumni as well as current, his family and friends from ICT and outside. Now I request Padma Bhushan, Professor J.B. Joshi, Professor Sudhir Panse, Professor A.B. Pandit, Professor S.S. Bhagwat sir, please take your seats on the stage. And K.V. Mariwala sir. Now I request Mayur and Angel to please invite our speakers in order. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is a great honor for me to introduce and welcome our guests this evening. So let's continue with the talks. I am profusely happy to take an opportunity to introduce our guest, Professor Sameer Kulkarni, the Director of Innovation, Incubation and Linkage and National Center for Nanoscience and Nanotechnology. He is a pharmacist who completed his PhD in chemical engineering under Professor Pandit in 2001. He went on to do postdoc research at the University of Cincinnati and Oak Ridge National Laboratory. He has a wealth of experience working in various industries like Dr. Reddy's Laboratory, Intes, Acutus Biotech, etc. On behalf of all gathered here, I welcome you, sir.
Thank you very much for that kind introduction. Honestly, I wasn't expecting that I would be the first person to speak about Professor Pandit. And to be honest, I don't know how much and where to start to speak about Sir, Professor Joshi. For me, it has been a very unique, I would say, experience to have worked with Professor Pandit. I can recall this specific instance when I decided after my master's that I would like to pursue my PhD in ICT, which was back then as UDCT. And I was speaking with one of my friends, one of my classmates, Shalaka Purohit, who used to do masters with Professor Pandit. And she said, like, Samir, why don't you just have a chat with him? Because I was very apprehensive that I come in from the pharma background and I had continued, doing my master's in the pharma department over here. And I was a bit apprehensive, like, should I really approach somebody in the chemical engineering department to pursue with my PhD? And she suggested that, like, Samir, just have a chat with sir and, just take it from there. And then I met sir at that time, and I, like any other student, kind of clumsy in those days, I just blurted out, sir, I want to do PhD with you. There was no background to it as to why, what, in which subject, nothing. And that's what, sir asked me. So, okay, it's a good idea that you want to do PhD with me, but what do you want, why do you want to do PhD? Again, like any other student during those days, not really having a clue what even a PhD really means. And I think my journey started from there. Because his first statement was that, Samir, you come from the pharma background, you are aware of chemistry, biology. You're going to teach me chemistry and biology, and I'm going to teach you what is chemical engineering. And that is how that particular journey for my PhD really started. And that, with that specific beginning, slowly I came to realize that it was not really about, that project that I was working on. It was more about how to learn and, how to create that aptitude for research within yourself. I mean, every interaction with sir has just, enabled enrichment for me all along. Today, when I look back into, that specific time during my curricula, and, whatever I basically had gained out of this experience with interaction with him, eventually, like, when I actually presented myself at Oak Ridge National Laboratory in University of Cincinnati and in different organizations, I realized that people actually started admiring the way I conduct myself and the way I actually behave. And I started, very genuinely getting a feel that, well, whatever I'm doing is actually something that was inculcated into me by Professor Pandit long time back. And I think, like, this is what sir has been doing to all his students. And this felicitation, I wouldn't really call it like, something like a felicitation. Yes, of course it is felicitation, but it is more a heartfelt gratitude that the students who have actually, like, worked with him have expressed today in the form of, like, honoring this particular responsibility that he has been bestowed with, in the presence of eminent professors such as Professor Joshi, Mr. Mariwala, etc. And I think from here on, I am very happy that ICT would be, in the hands of Professor Pandit, because here is one person who knows how to respect somebody just because what he or she is, and not because who he or she is. And that is something which is very, very important in my opinion, in a leader, in somebody who has to actually, like, guide the whole institute in the right direction. My heartfelt wishes to Professor, to sir, and, my very, I wouldn't say, I mean, honestly, I'm falling short of words, but I think ICT really deserved somebody like Professor Pandit to take the, leadership position over here and guide the whole institute forward. Thank you so much for this opportunity to begin this particular discussion. And I'm sure there would be many people who would, like, want to express their gratitude on this particular forum. Thank you so much.
I thank him for providing his gracious presence to join us today to enhance our joy. I would like to invite the next speaker, Mr. V.D. Sanghvi, the owner of RV Encon Private Limited. He completed his bachelor's from UDCT and he was the past president of UDCT Alumni Association. He was also responsible to establish the Industry Academia collaboration. Well, I welcome you, sir.
Thank you. Dear Professor Joshi, organizers of the event, Shri Mariwala, invited guests and dear students. I am really grateful to the organizers for inviting me to express my feeling for incoming Vice Chancellor Dr. A.B. Pandit. Not only we both were past president of UAA and present friends, I am a great admirer of him for his great scientific work by technical advancement useful in clearing water. Great example is lake at Kolhapur. Of new technology under the development, I think it is for the groundwater which is under successful route. He has been a great advisor for our future projects which are in planning stage. Very humble, unassuming person whom any student can approach without any hesitation. And he can guide many students, PhD. We pray that, like his predecessors, he gets Padma Award from government and FRS from UK. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Next, we look forward to the presence of Professor Sudhir Pansay. He obtained his MSc in Nuclear Physics and PhD degree from Mumbai University and then joined Parle College as a lecturer in physics. He became the principal of the college in 1997 and was subsequently appointed as Director BCUD of the University of Mumbai. He is a member of the Energy Group in ICT and is actively involved in the research related to solar thermal energy in India. He is also an active member of the Marathi Vignan Parishad for the last many years. Sir, please share your thoughts with us.
Professor Pandit, all other dignitaries on the dais and off the dais. There are very few occasions, even in a life of 70 years now, where you feel extremely happy for the achievement which has been done by your friend and your close colleague. Professor Pandit has become Vice Chancellor of this institute and we are felicitating him. But actually I think we should felicitate this institute because by giving him the leadership, now it is definite that this institute, which has got a great tradition of scientific research, of academic excellence, and this tradition will continue further and will become more enriched. Professor Pandit is a great scientist himself, and we all know that. I was in the University of Mumbai and we had to make a presentation at UGC, New Delhi, for University with Potential of Excellence. It was a tough job for me. It was a presentation which was based on all departments of the university and it had to be sufficiently strong and impressive. And I remember that was the first time when I met Professor Pandit. It is long back, maybe 12, 13 years back when I was in the university, that I met him. And the way he prepared that presentation, the way he guided me how it can be made, and he was there actually when we had this presentation in the UGC committee, the way he was answering the questions, all this created a very nice atmosphere. The university then got the title of University with Potential of Excellence, got a very good grant from UGC, and the main credit for that, I am sure, because I was Director BCUD. Director BCUD, by the way, most of you may not be aware, is a post in the university, Board of College and University Development. It's supposed to be in charge of all academic activities of the university. So going to UGC, making this presentation, trying to get the grant, it was all a part of my responsibility. I was successful then because of Professor Pandit. Subsequently, after I retired from the university, I joined institute here, and that was as an adjunct professor. I already had retired. And then I had a closer contact with Professor Pandit. A few things which I noticed, they are very important. Important as a person, as a human being, and important as a leader. As I said, and as we all know, he is a great scientist and has achieved excellent positions, excellent success in his scientific work. But there is a definite undercurrent in all his thinking, in all his activities, where that science, that technology is to be used for the needy people of this country. The way he has used his knowledge of cavity generation for water being purified in remote village where there is no electricity, and when water is being pumped with the hand pump, he has designed a hand pump so that water, while coming out of the hand pump itself, because of this technology of cavity generation, it will be germs free, and that pure water will be available for those villages. Now, on one side, we must appreciate the technology that he has used, the way in which he has succeeded, but more importantly for me, it is necessary to appreciate that he realized that this is a problem which needs solution. This is a great thing as far as this institute is concerned. Professor Pandit has got this inspiration, I am sure, from his role model, Professor J.B. Joshi, who also keeps on thinking of technology development which will help the downtrodden poor people who are living at a long distance, who are far away from the cities. I have been very close with these people for last few years, and I wonder that on one side, they are in the surroundings, they are in the group of all big corporates, industrialists who are in the city. They can talk in their language about how this research can be applied for the industry and how the economics will work out. They can do that. But at the same time, they can also think of how the Adivasis in distant rural areas, how they will be benefited from this technology. This is the strength of this institute, and this strength has come from some few individuals here. Professor Pandit is one of them, or leading them, and that is why when he becomes the director, the vice chancellor of this institute, it's going to be a great advantage not only for the institute, not only for the research here, that will prosper, and that anyway there is so much of strength, so much of talent in this institute that it's going to be prospering. But I am sure that this institute will take more and more projects which will be helpful to the needs of the poor people in this country. That is his first quality. Second quality I find is that now that picture has changed. When I was in the school, and I'm sure most of you must be remembering, there was a time when you think of scientists, they were supposed to be dreamy-eyed people who are away from the nitty-gritties of the world and in their own thoughts. Now no longer scientists have that image. But Professor Pandit has got so many different interests which are seen, which are apparent whenever there is discussion with him. A simple thing, he has to travel a lot, and quite frequently he goes to whatever, Patna or Delhi or some other place. And almost in 90% of the cases I know, he would come back by bringing some sweets, some good eatable. And he comes to physics department quite often, and there he would tell us that I went to such and such place, I went to Kolkata, and this is what is important there, very tasty dish, that is what I have brought. So remembering all such small finer points, having interest in small things of the life, That is a great quality which Professor Pandit has. As far as the administrative part is concerned, because now, apart from being a scientist and being a human being, which he has got excellent qualities, he has to work as an administrator. As an administrator, at least I have not seen him in very responsible positions when I was here. So one doesn't know his qualities of administration. At least I don't know. But I have seen one very important basic quality. And with whatever little experience I have, I am sure that this is the quality which makes an administrator, a leader, most successful one. And Professor Pandit has got that. This quality is that of team building. You should have a team of your colleagues. It can be a team of professors here, non-teaching staff here, students here. But he has got that quality because everybody around him who is working in a project, everybody feels that as far as Professor Pandit is concerned, I am most important person for him. He gives that feeling and it is genuine. It's not a show which he makes. So everybody feels that he or she is important. He and she has to work hard for that project. And the emphasis, the basis for all this is the success of that project. Plato long back had talked about philosopher king. Now that, then it turned out with history that that is not a very ideal situation. In fact, in many cases when the rulers were philosophers, strong philosophers, they turned out to be tyrants. But in last few years, we have a kind of people, and they are scientist administrators. This perhaps started from Alabama experiment in US when the atom bomb was created. And from that time onwards, scientists have also become administrative in charge in different positions. And the experience shows that scientists are the best administrators because they are trained not to have their own personal egos. Whenever a question is to be solved, they know that this is the question and there has to be an answer to it if there is an answer which I am giving. And someone tells me that this is fallacy in that, they will be ready to accept because that is how science teaches us to think. So therefore, the administrators, when they are scientists, they are best. And administrators who are scientists with human qualities, with the quality of creating team, when such administrators are there, they would bring that institution to very great heights. So I am sure that this institute has a great future under the leadership of Professor Pandit. I wish him all the success. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your thoughts with us. I consider it a great honor to welcome Mr. Kishore V. Mariwala. He is one of the well-known personality in ICT. He completed his BSc in Chemical Engineering from UDCT, MS from MIT. He was the Technical and Executive Director of Bombay Oil Industry Limited. He was the main driving force behind the formation of UAA and was founding president of UAA. He is an active member of the Energy Group and has always supported research for social cause. I welcome you, sir.
Friends, I feel privileged to be called upon to felicitate Professor Pandit, whom I've known for many, many years. My association with ICT, then known as UDCT, goes back to almost 65 years, and I think perhaps the oldest person around here to be associated with UDCT. I've seen UDCT and ICT grow through many phases. However, what I have seen in last 15 years is something very, very heartwarming. It has grown from strength to strength to strength to become one of the most outstanding institutions. in scientific training globally. Even then, even when I was a student, it was considered a very good institution, but right now it is right at the pinnacle. As regards Professor Pandit is concerned, what can I say? His qualities have well been explained by Professor Pansay, he has told exactly about what he is. My association with him goes back maybe 15, 20 years or so. And I have been discussing many problems with him, including lots of problems in the energy group. And I'm so impressed with his critical thinking, his clean thinking, and coming out with the right answers. His work on cavitation is globally well known, and he's undoubtedly a global leader in cavitation technology. He has not only studied the fundamentals of cavitation, but also applied it not only for purification of water, for carrying out reactions, and many other applications. I have seen the institute growing from strength to strength, starting with Professor Sharma, Professor Joshi, and subsequently to the great heights. And I have no doubts that Professor Pandit will steer it to still greater heights and put it in an orbit which is globally unmatched. I wish him all the best, and I wish ICT all the best. Thank you.
Many thanks from all of us. Carrying on the tradition, we have a short video message from Dr. Jagdish Thambi. He completed his PhD under Professor Pandit in 2001.
First of all, I apologize for not being here in person. The reason is that I had already made some travel plans and I couldn't reschedule that. I feel myself fortunate to do PhD under Sir's supervision. Perhaps those 4 years were the most beautiful days in my life, and I'm sure my lab mates will definitely agree with me. Some of them must be smiling there, considering or thinking the fun we had in the lab. So the greatest quality or the greatest learning I had from Sir is the power of appreciation. How to respect people, how to appreciate, and the kind of recognition I have received from Sir. I am thankful to him for all that. As I mentioned, the greatest learning was how to appreciate. And in corporate world, we call it appreciative inquiry, or the power of appreciating people to do more or to get the best out of people. Well before I was made aware of that word, I actually could experience how that works with Sir. Whatever you do, however the work is, I always received appreciation from Sir like lovely, great, excellent, nothing less than that. Thanks for all those encouragements, Sir. And today in my professional life, I see how important it is and how it works. Thanks for teaching me that. That way, I not only received PhD from Sir, but I got some of the life skills which I am using or which I am practicing in my professional life today. With that, I wish Sir all the very best in this new chapter in his professional life, and wish him the opportunity to mentor many more students. I am sure under Sir's leadership, ICT will reach the next orbiter of growth, fame and success. I wish him all the very best. Thank you.
We also have a screen message from Jyoti Kishan Kumar. She was associated with Professor Pandit for many years. Now I would request Mr. Mayur to read the message for us.
Dear Sir, hearty congratulations on your appointment as the Vice Chancellor of ICT. This is indeed a proud moment for all of us, the ABP family. I take this opportunity to thank you for being a wonderful guide, mentor, and teacher, and I am always grateful for your valuable guidance at every juncture of my life. I feel really blessed to be your student, and I am thankful for all the opportunities I have had to work with you. Wishing you good health, happiness, and many more years of active research. Also, wishing you loads of success in your new role, and I am sure ICT will scale even greater heights under your able leadership. Thank you. Now, after this academics, I think let me call one of the family members of Sir. So, I would like to invite the next speaker, Mr. Samir Kulkarni. He completed Bachelor of Chemical Engineering from UD City and later postgraduate diploma in Business Management from Chetna's RK Institute of Management and Research. He worked in companies such as Bombay Dyeing, Tidewater Oil Limited, and is currently working Aditya Birla Sun Life Insurance. Recently, he also completed his executive education from IIM Ahmedabad. Sir, please.
Thank you so much. I think let me be candid in admitting that I had never even imagined, imagined or even dreamt of getting an opportunity to stand on this podium with all the dignitaries around me and getting an opportunity to speak about Aniruddha. So I have known Aniruddha for the last almost 30 years now, since the time he married my sister Anala. And he's, it's a great pleasure and honor to have him as a part of our family. I know him since the time he married my sister about 30 years back. A brilliant mind, but a very good grounded person with varied interests. So be it music, films, plays, or even rustic getaways, food, and of course simplicity in anything and everything he does. I'm sure everyone here would wholeheartedly agree that he is one of the few authentic people who never brings the aura of his achievements, the prestige of various platforms he is on, the multitude of events he chairs, and his success home, where he is never Dr. Pandit or Professor Pandit or Pandit Sir, but he is just Aniruddha to all of us. Always ready for a quick chat, even a small drink, and a genuine advice whenever needed across multiple topics. His crazy schedule and responsibilities towards a much larger set of people have never come in his way of participating in a family function or a Ganpati Puja at home because of his intent and willingness to do all these things with an open mind. It is truly an inspiration for all of us on how well he balances everything with such ease. I'll share a quick incident which I'm sure many students here will relate to, which once again showed us that he is not just teaching, but making students understand the basics is something towards which he has an endless energy and passion. So my daughter Ketki, a couple of years back, she was in grade 10. Aniruddha, was on a call with her several times, coaching and mentoring her in her language and getting down to her level every time, and making the concept so simple that it helped her understand those basics so well. Imagine someone who is solving complex issues on a daily basis and who was quickly able to switch gears and help a 14, 15-year-old to overcome anxiety over a subject and help understand these concepts even better. So keep inspiring us, Aniruddha, and wishing you tons of energy, good health, and followership as you take this new role in and bring the transformation that you aspire for your students. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your lovely words. Now we have our next speaker, Mr. Pratik Sangwe. He has completed his master's in bioprocess technology from ICT. He later joined RA in the ABP Research Lab for 1 year, and then he worked for Haika Technologies for 4 years. He is a young entrepreneur and founder of Zero D Industries Private Limited. He works on providing zero liquid discharge solutions to industry. Sir, please.
Respected dignitaries of the dais, beloved Pandit sir. Today I am very fortunate about to express my feelings about his guidance, love, care and affections towards me and our organization. Actually, I had many industrial projects with sir, and every time there are a lot of sharings as I have, but every time, sometimes we used to get some undesired results, and that time he supports a very lot. He always asks us to think from other sides. There must be other sides which must be happening, which will be helpful to us. So that was very encouraging and motivating to carry out that all work. Sir, as one of the senior ABP lab mates told, sir has his own style of appreciation. It starts from good and it ends with excellent mark. So at the one of the time I got excellent mark from him, and that day actually I had a celebration with my lab mates, and which was more than post-graduation degree awards. That was his encouragement. And many times, and having a much more industrial offer, one fine day I met Pandit sir and expressed my willingness to start my new venture. And that time he was the first person of my life which he has given the courage and the confidence, and he supported me such a way that he told me that I will be a most happiest person if you start that organization. And being a student of sir, we had many water treatment trials. So I started with one of the line with wastewater treatment. And till the date, he every time asked what is the growth of my organization. And till the date, he is taking the updates, and I can say that because of him, I changed my vision and I started into the entrepreneurship since last 4 years, which is running well. And now I can acknowledge sir because of him, or I can grateful to him for shaping my life and career. So that will be most thankful to me. And I'm thankful to organizer for giving me a chance to express my views about him. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your journey. Now the evening is going very nice, and it's time for tea also. So I would like to announce a small tea and snack break, which is outside of the KV auditorium, and we will continue with after 15 minutes.
Welcome back, everyone. The next dignitary to honor us with his presence is Professor S.S. Bhagwat, the sculptor of human character, a seasoned scholar and navigator of this flagship of knowledge. He completed his bachelor's in chemical engineering, master's in chemical engineering, and PhD from ICT. He is a beloved professor in the Department of Chemical Engineering and has been more than a colleague to Professor Pandit. Since 1991, he was a head of Chemical Engineering Department, Vice President of Technological Association, and is currently Dean Student Affairs. I welcome you on the dais, sir.
Professor Pandit, Professor Joshi, and other dignitaries on the dais, off the dais. It's a great occasion to be here. In fact, I did not realize that I was to be on the stage till I entered the room. And I saw so many senior people, with Mr. Mariwala mentioning he's the senior most. I thought I can claim some seniority too. Probably I am one of the senior most of undergraduate students who has studied with Professor Pandit. So I was in a class which he conducted practicals for us. So that is my claim to being a senior in this room. In fact, me, my wife, and both my sons have been students with him at various times. So. Yes. Professor Pandit and my association, of course, then goes back from when I was undergraduate student. He was doing his PhD, and we used to work in various cultural organizations also together. And as they say, a teacher needs to be a good orator and also a dramatizer or an actor. And Professor Pandit is no exception to that. In our days, there was Marathi मध्ये त्याला वर्ग म्हणतात. We had done that about ICT itself, about UDCT itself, and he had very much acted in that as a research student, explaining something to a visitor from outside. So that also he has. In fact, an ICT faculty member is never just a teacher. He has to be or she has to be a teacher, a researcher, an administrator, a manager, and a leader. And very proud to say my friend Professor A.B. Pandit is all of that put together. Over the years, my association with him has been as a student to begin with, as I said, then as in between when he was away, through some communications whenever he used to visit him and Niranjan, another colleague of his at that time. And then when he came back, once again, as a faculty member colleague, over the last 30 odd years that we have been associated, so many times we have had discussions besides chemical engineering. I mean, chemical engineering, everybody, many of the PhD students who are here would know, but even other things, be it music, be it sports, everything we have discussed under the sun, including, I will say, some of the times when I went through some personal difficulties, he has been one of the reasons why I still continued to be in teaching here. So, Vishwesh, as is known at home, and has been a close friend and a pillar of strength for me being here. And it's a proud privilege today to say that he is our Vice Chancellor as well. I wish him all the best in his tenure. All of us who are his contemporaries as well as his juniors, one thing he will always exude is positivity towards everybody. Just to give you an example, a teacher normally grades students saying that he is very bad, bad, good, or very good. In his nomenclature, the gradation starts for good, very good, excellent, outstanding. So it's always on the positive side only. So wish him all the best in his new tenure. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for sharing your thoughts with us. Now it's gratifying to look around and see many familiar faces. So now I would like to call my colleague Shahid Ansari, who is currently pursuing PhD under Professor Pandit. He wants to share his thoughts with us.
Good evening, everyone. Dear dignitaries, professors, and my dear colleagues. It's an honor for me to be stand here and talk about the person who is an inspiration, admiration, and a father figure for many of us who are present over here. I was asked to give this speech just a day before yesterday, and I was completely blank as to what to say about a person whose life is an open book for everyone. Means even a person who has met him once should not have any doubt about him. So I was really confused. For me, talking about him on his technical expertise or knowledge will be like a child is having a conversation on quantum mechanics. So it will be completely disastrous. So I'm not going to make fun of myself. Rather, I would like to let him know that the love and respect he holds in our hearts. Sir, I would like to tell one incident that happened to me. I never got an opportunity to meet Joshi sir or talk to him, but I attended one of his lectures in which he asked us to follow 4 things and inculcate in those 4 things in us. That was, keep yourself dedicated, whatever you do. Next was, always be positive and stop complaining. Whatever you can do that things, and don't expect anything from others. And always keep a smile on your face, be happy, not for others, but for yourself. First, I thought that these ideas are just for an ideal man. It's very difficult to follow. But I want to let your Pandit sir know that whenever I see him, that speech of Joshi sir is always freshens in my mind. And I think there must be no bigger compliment than this, that a student is a perfect sculpture of the ideas of his mentor, guide, and teacher. So he's a person who treats the undergraduate student in the same way as he treats the fellow students, fellow professors. Great Mark Twain once said that a great man is a man who makes others feel great. I would like to, may I keep inspiring, I would like to thank Pandit sir, and may you keep inspiring students for 100 years, and may God help you deliver 100% to ICT for the post we are holding. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Shahid, for sharing your experience. Now, many of you have made an enormous effort to join us today. On behalf of all of us, we deeply appreciate and offer you our most grateful welcome. But there is one of the most celebrated scientists in chemical engineering, Padma Vibhushan Professor M.M. Sharma, who tried to come but due to some reason couldn't join us on this auspicious day. So he has sent us a video message.
I have known Anirudh Pandit since early 80s. He was in my class during his MCheming days. He changed over to PhD and worked with Professor J.B. Joshi. But we did collaborate. In particular, we had a perspective paper on mixing, which is a very extensively quoted paper. I tracked his career all along, and after his PhD, when he expressed a desire to go for postdoc, we were able to arrange his postdoctoral fellowship in Cambridge, and I had occasion to visit Cambridge during the time he was doing his postdoctoral work, and I knew the fondness with which Professor J. John Davidson used to hold him. He did remarkably good work there, apart from whatever very good work he had done in ICT. We worked on him that he comes back and makes teaching as his teaching, research, consulting as his career. And it was possible to make the appointment to a novel scheme of UGC. He continues to be paid by UGC all these years, that means somewhere from 91 till now. I'm not too sure what will be the manner in which he will get his compensation as Vice Chancellor, whether he will take UGC salary plus something else, I have no idea. He has done exceptionally well, and by 96, normally this promotion is considered after 5 years, and in his case it worked very well because he had done very outstanding work within the first 5 years. Even more remarkably, he is a truly outstanding teacher. The number of times he has been voted by students as an outstanding teacher, I think doesn't have a parallel. This is not something which faculty members decide, this is something which students decide. But you leave all this out, he is an extraordinary human being. He is a very charming person, always willing to help people. The kind of research he has done in an area unrelated to his doctoral or postdoctoral work of the whole field of cavitation, and following the DNA of ICT, that you do good teaching, you do good research, at the same time deliver the research in industry. Not only he has delivered all these results in industry, he has used them even for social work like rejuvenation of the lake in Kolhapur. I am very happy that he has become Vice Chancellor, and I wish him a very rewarding time.
I hope everyone is missing his presence today. So I would like to introduce our next speaker, Mr. Ravi Raghavan sir. He is the owner of Chemical Weekly. He has done his BSc Tech from UD City and later did his MS from US. When he returned back to India, he started his business in Chemical Weekly, and he is also one of the past presidents of UD City Alumni Association. He has created a lot of endowments for women's fellowships also. He contributed to build a strong network between ICT and many industries. And it is always an excitement of all of us to hear Raghavan sir. So I please welcome him.
Respected Professor Pandit, I must confess that I didn't know I was going to be here till a couple of minutes ago. So otherwise I would have dressed at least a little better. Congratulations on being appointed as Vice Chancellor. I mean, I'm one of the few people who was neither taught by Professor Pandit nor was I his student as a research fellow or anything. But I've been associated with ICT ever since I entered here, probably even earlier than that, because I mean, my businesses were always associated with what we then used to call the department. Okay, so the department meant UDCT, and I mean, I can't get myself to say ICT even to date. An educational institution is a cerebral place. I mean, this is where people who are knowledgeable gather. And among those, cerebral individuals, Professor Pandit always stood out. Maybe it was the lack of hair on his head, the beard that he had, the kurta that he wore, I don't know, but there was something special about Professor Pandit. My interaction with him first began a little more intimately when both of us landed up in the UDCT Alumni Association, him as president, and he was the first faculty to ever become president of the Alumni Association. And he was also the first faculty to serve, first president, I think, to serve 2 terms for various reasons, which I will not get into. But what was remarkable then was that he, for the first time, identified students as a center of attention that the Alumni Association needs to pay. I mean, we typically focused on giving awards, recognizing alumni, hosting events, etc. But he turned the attention of the association to the welfare of students in various forms. And I think some of the seeds for those ideas, the scholarships for needy students, loans for those who needed it, were initiated at this time. I mean, I'm sure he knows that many of these ideas have gathered momentum, and the resources now available are very, very significant. But they are nowhere near the scale that is needed. So obviously, the association continues to look for further funds to nurture those. When he took over as Vice Chancellor, I was here at that handover ceremony. And this was a time when all this chaos in the Maharashtra politics was happening, and the contrast couldn't be, here there was you had this amicable handover of leadership, and you had the chaos all around the Maharashtra politics. The difference was stark. Professor Pandit, you are stepping into big shoes. You have lots of responsibilities which are growing by the day. I wish you all the best, and I know I speak for the Alumni Association, even though I'm not part of the Board of Governors. I think the support of the association will always be there for you. So all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. With equal pleasure, I invite Dr. Amit Sharma. He has completed his master's in chemical engineering in 2005 and later completed PhD from France. After PhD, he worked as senior scientist UOP Gurgaon. He is currently working as a lead scientist at Olefins Platform in Sabak, Bangalore. We welcome you, sir.
Firstly, Sadar Pranam to all the Gurus, my distinguished alumni and madams, and big hi to ABP family. So really, it's really a proud moment for me, and I can't even realize I have to see the video that it was me who has spoken to share my thoughts about Pandit sir in front of such a distinguished audience. So I would start that today when I entered ICT and I was walking through the pathway, I crossed the oils building, I met Bhagwat sir in the lift. It was just like what we say, like the memory lane. I was walking through the memory lane and I was in that thought, what was the past days and my colleagues and all. And when I met them, really it was kind of a energy which we get it. So let me share a few thoughts about Pandit sir. It's not my thought, it's because the thoughts we used to also share with our colleagues and also all my masters batch thoughts. So first of all, when the name Pandit sir comes in our batch, it says he's such a kind person who helps everyone. He clarifies the doubts of everyone irrespective of the group. Okay, if he's his group student or not. He's such a kind guide. Apart from the technical guidance, I think my ABP teammates will definitely agree. He takes time to even check the pronunciation or the punctuation in the manuscripts, and reading it line by line, which definitely we used to admire. And we say that he is such a kind person that who will not at all burst on the student if he has some mistake. Rather, he will say, now you have understood the importance of the time, which you have to go back, and now you have to take care of your setup very carefully. It's not only the ABP family. Pandit sir, actually all the groups, irrespective of the groups in the UDCT, everybody like Pandit sir very much. And the portrait, the smile when he gives whoever greets is really unforgettable. And last but not the least, I would say that we have not only learned chemical engineering from Pandit sir, but the impact of intonation while speaking. The word indeed rings in our ears with the characteristic tone. So really, it's a pleasure for me, and once again, I would congratulate to Pandit sir for going to be for the new position, and ICT will definitely rise to even greater heights under your leadership. Just a small thing, I was coming from Bangalore. I have two kids. One is in second grade and one he's just turned 2. So definitely for the curiosity, they asked, where are you going, Papa, and what was the occasion? So I told them that my professor is now Vice Chancellor. So the boy who is in second grade, he said, it's principal. No, it's principal. Then, oh, it's a principal. Okay, so then he told to Mama, okay, Papa, sir is now very principal. So what are you going to give him? So, and then I said, no, nothing. No, you have to go and give him the Ganesha, because when we used to say that, okay, for every start or every new occasion, for the good luck, we used to have the Ganesh Puja. So I have brought, not I, but I think this is from my kids. So I would like to give. Thanks.